In a world that every house is full of sentient vegetables and a chaotic turnip that causes unnecessary havoc and crimes.
Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion is a game where you take control of the titular character Turnip Boy and help him go on a spree of various crimes through a top-down Zelda-like adventure. This game is full of humor and, most importantly, breaking the law. We start the game reading our tax bill and understanding the situation that we are in. We don't want to deal with this shit, so we immediately rip it up and commit tax evasion. This prick right here, this is Mayor Onion, and he watched us commit a very unlawful deed, and now he wants to blackmail us to get him some fertilizer, or he'll kill us. So we steal a sentimental watering can from a love-lost old lemon to help us along our crime-filled adventure. We then deliver a flower to a strawberry who gives us a love letter to deliver back to the blueberry. But we hate love, and law-abiders for that matter, so we rip up this letter and shamelessly commit our next crime for being heartless. We head into the woods and meet a handful of fruits and veggies with various side quests that ultimately consume us for the majority of Turnip Boy's adventure. Lo and behold, our legend starts as we find a wanted poster of us. Awesome! The reward is $1! Rude. We run into an avocado who informs us that a sword is up ahead, so we water the sword as anyone would naturally do, and officially start the legend of Turnip Boy. We take our new wooden blade and slap it into the face of evil, or Snell who needs to pay his rent. We then deliver the rent money, and the landlord gives us a check for our heinous deed. After talking to some NPVs, non-playable vegetables, we find a trash can that has a receipt in it for some reason, and yeah, we do this. We walk upon a dungeon-esque barn and talk to the workers outside. One of the workers foolishly proves to us that he is definitely a worker and shows us his paperwork. This beat obviously hasn't heard of the infamous Turnip Boy and doesn't realize what he just did. And close by, we see out of the corner of our eye a trophy sitting ominously in the corner, and we become a winner for once in our life. We walk into the barn and are introduced to the character Slay Queen 23. She will not let us in unless we become a tier 3 sub, so in logical fashion, we go to the sub shop, get a sub for free, and hand deliver our sub to our queen. She lets us have access to the barn and also gives us a personal autograph. And sorry Moxie, we will not become a simp today. The only thing we can make love to is the sweet tender embrace of crime. As we explore the barn, we find some boots that help us go even deeper into the barn to the point where we stumble upon Mayor Onion's office to find a pretty lame-ass book. After many battles and not so great accomplishments, we find a self-proclaimed king of the pigs. We use our watering can to blow up the pig to get a heart fruit that is definitely not a heart container and get fertilizer for the Mayor Onion. As we head for the exit of the barn, we are confronted by a beat that needs to get his fix from his special dealer. We head out of the barn to continue our crime spree like it's the Purge, but before we can, Slay Queen 32 crowns us her king for not being the biggest simp. I can't help but feel proud of ourselves. We get some wood from a suspicious blueberry that we need to deliver back to the beat. From tax evasion to manslaughter to drug dealer, no crime is beneath Turnip Boy. We finally get the fertilizer back to Mayor Onion and then proceeds to twist our roots to get him a fork. We head into the new area meeting new friends along the way, including an adorable tangerine dog. Oh, who's a good boy? Who's cutie fruity patootie? You are. We avoid the IRS again and find another receipt on the ground. What the frack does he have against receipts? After dumpster diving and finding a baby carrot that the babysitter lost, we make our way back to that babysitter, throw the baby carrot back into the sitter's face, and take their stool for compensation, which we use to enter our next dungeon, the Forsaken Farmhouse. As we bebop through the farmhouse, we find a diary from another unbeknownst species and walk straight into Raccoon City and are immediately attacked by the undead. We fight our way through the horde and reach a safe haven of candies and other produce. Since we kinda destroy their fortifications to get in, they task us to help them with a few things. Needy much? We have to find yet another lost child. I mean, if I've learned one thing, it's to never let fruits and vegetables look after your children. We run into a very suspicious and probably plot-driven pickle in a jar with a knife who tells us he has a grudge against our dear old dead dad, and find out that, apparently, we are the son of the Don Turnip Chino, and that we have mafia blood running through our leaves. After that huge lore drop, we head on a search for some medical supplies for the lollipop nurse who rewards us with the key to move forward. We find some mittens that help us move some watermelons into their homes and unlocking even more potential for our Turnip Boy. We find a discarded cherry baby attached to a cupcake zombie, but before we save the baby, we find a draft letter for a person named Matt who is being enlisted in the army. We take the baby back to the sister who gives us a key to let us go even further beyond. We find an army telegram giving us some sad news about the famous Matt that we have been reading throughout the diaries and important documents within the dungeon. Matt has been MIA and hasn't been found, and his sister Liz is trying to be hopeful. In Turnip Boy fashion, we don't care. The next boss of this dungeon is a rotten apple cat. This hilariously cute boss spins around the area spitting out worms that infest its body. And once we defeat the kitty cutie patootie, we get a numerous of items such as lost apple cat and a graffiti can. Interesting. We turn on the generator for the survivors and run into Annie Avocado again. She implores us not to help the pickle gang escape. We may or may not listen, and we also run into a very aggressive piece of pasta. Hey, what the heck did you just freaking say about me, you little turnip? You know I graduated top?
I graduated top of my class in the pasta seals, and I've been involved in numerous secret raids on the barn, and I've over 300 confirmed. You are a tryhard. I'm trained in guerrilla warfare, and I'm on the top sniper in the entire pasta armed forces. You are nothing to me, but just you are stupid. I will wipe you the freak out of with precision, the likes of which you have never been seen before on this earth. Mark my freaking words. You think you can get away with saying that crap to me over the grapevine? I haven't spoken one word since I've played. Think again, Turnip. As we speak, I'm contacting my secret network of spies across the farmland, and your leaves are being traced right now, so you better prepare for the storm, maggot. The storm wipes out the pathetic little thing you call life. You're freaking dead, kid. I can be anywhere, anytime, and I can kill you in over 700 ways, and that's just worth my bear. You are very aggressive. Not only am I extremely trained in unarmed combat, but I have access to the entire arsenal of the Pasta Corps, and I will use it its full extent to wipe your miserable butt off the face of the continent, you little crap. If only you could have known what unholy retribution your little clever comment was to bring down upon you, maybe you would have held your freaking tongue. But you couldn't, you didn't, and now you're paying the price, you dang it. I will crap fury all over you and drown you in it. You're freaking dead, kiddo. That was a lot. We ignore the pasta turnip haters and get awarded a fork for all of our misdeeds. And we mosey our way back home to get this kitty cat back to their owner. And for all of our trouble, our reward is a drawing of a waifu. And since we are a committed simp and only have eyes for Slay Queen 32, we do what must be done. We hand over the fork to Mayor Onion and then again proceeds to tell us about this mysterious goop and wants it all for himself. We head to the Forgotten Forest to meet up with Annie, and along the way, we find another wanted poster describing all of our crimes. We find Annie in her lab, and with a 1,000-yard stare and a smile, we become a mercenary to do crimes for other people now. We head into the forest and portal our way to our next destination. We've come to find out that this mysterious goo is actually radioactive waste, and we find a mini-boss in the form of a deer, and after we give the deer enough trauma, they swiftly run away. We find a mural depicting a mushroom that gives us another clue to the mystery of the past. We report back to Annie and they tell us to go to the turnip patch. So we do so by pushing watermelon and find a turnip without a face. Wait, hold up. What's going on? What does this mean? We find a potted portal to help us explore deep into the forest and run into a sad acorn boy and doesn't know where or why he came to be here, and other acorns say that they crawled out of a goop after falling. Oh no, the deer got addicted to the sauce, no! We get to Goopy Goop and find our way back to Annie, who proceeds to craft many theories on our evolution. We don't care and we move on. We find a phone and we return the phone. For the reward, they want us to sign a petition. Yeah. We deliver a leaf to the real estate agent to get some land for an acorn. We are handed a letter to deliver back to the acorn to show proof that they are now a landowner. And then we become incredibly jealous that they own land now and we don't. So we rip it up. Remember that spray paint we found? Well, we got to give it to somebody. And when we do, they give us a heart for our troubles. I mean, I guess that's okay. I mean, we were hoping for some rippable important document, but I guess we'll take it.
We give the mysterious goo to the mayor, and then he tells us again to get him yet another contraption for him. Something that has a laser and it points at things. Is that all we are to you? A messenger boy? I was made for more than this. I was made to destroy and inconvenience vegetables. I was made for... We find the RS who are having some trouble breaking into a bunker. So they send us to find Tots to give us a shovel to pry it open. But Tots wants us to do some grave robbing in return for the shovel. We find a pumpkin who speaks in riddles to help us walk through this Lost Woods basic ass place. And during our grave digging, we find another document from Matt and Liz talking about death and taxes. And I guess even in death, you can't escape everything. And finally reaching the end of the graveyard, we find a golden shovel for Tots and he rewards us with his dirty ass old shovel. Waddling back to the bunker with our newly acquired dirty ass old shovel, we break it open to find a document about radiation safety. And everyone knows that safety's a lie. And deep within the bunker, we find a shadow of something who runs away at the sight of us. Making haste, we follow the figure and find the last piece of pizza in the world. We also find some hair dye. Chasing the figures, we come across a newspaper about bombs dropping that gives us a little more insight on what happened. We come across another note left behind by Liz. It seems the people are struggling to survive in this bunker for many days and are struggling to survive. Man, I hope they're... On the floor, there's a hazmat suit, and we pick it up, which makes us now fireproof. After fighting off radioactive beans and hams and chasing after shadows, we are finally confronted by a human. But not just any human. A mutated human. But not just any mutated human. It's Liz! We use the power of fire to put her out of her misery and find our laser pointer. After being unaffected by the traumatizing truth and the things we saw in the bunker, we give the dye to the hot chili pepper and become bald.
Nice.
Someone then proceeds to tell you that they can help you and that you need help, so they show you an easy way to do your taxes without actually telling you how to do your taxes, and you know what? F*** you. We deliver the laser pointer to Mayor Onion and proceeds to not give us the deed back to our house. Old Man Lemon lets us know that him, my father, and Mayor Onion used to be partners. One day, Mayor Onion formed the most heinous and most awful thing in the world, a government. So Mayor Onion had a vendetta against our family, and he killed our father. So now we must take our revenge and chop him up and make him cry. We take our secret passage to our secret mafia base. We find a book that actually taught all the vegetables how to speak English. Huh. I really thought about that. This final dungeon tests us with everything we have learned throughout our crime spree. We use every ounce of knowledge and skills we have learned to make our way to defeat the baddest onion there is. And of course, we find a manifesto of Mayor Onion. Yeah. Fuck this guy. As we descend into the basement of the dungeon, we find a bomb. So we do the most logical thing and smash it with our... We have a very precious and sentimental moment after finding a note from my dad telling us that he misses us and how he wishes he wants nothing but the best. We finally caught up to Mayor Onion in the depths of the dungeon, who is up to no good. He sicks the IRS on us and we dispatch them with relative ease. After some assault and battery, Mayor Onion pulls out his Sailor Moon-ass transformation and becomes Corrupt Onion. He uses his oversized fork and now Spartan laser to put us in the ground. After defeating the Corrupt Onion, he becomes such a sore loser that he literally sets off the nuke in the basement to dispose of us. Talk about petty. In this cataclysmic affair, Corrupt Onion ascends to a higher plane and deems himself God Onion. Even though we live on the life of crime, we cannot stand aside and let this monstrosity tax the universe. We use the IRS who sacrifices themselves for the greater good and glory of all vegetables. They know their sacrifice will never be in vain. God, I believe in you that believes in me. Let's go. Change places. Shoot. Oh, I can still move. Okay, go. I believe in you, Turnip Boy. Run. Freaking nope. We gotta keep running. This is really good. Ooh, the moon in the background was like, woo! Nope. Oh, no, please go. Oh, shoot. Go down. I want to stop fighting. You beautiful song, you. But the God Onion doesn't want me to. I must do redeem them, child, please. Go, run! Turnip Boy, save us all. No. Let's go throw it up time. Alright, perfect. Hello. I finally found a way out of the grass, but I saw what both Chad and Raphael did. It seems that freak is getting weaker, but I'm not into that jazz. You can fend for yourself. I swear to mush, don't you kick that boom balloon at me. I will do what is necessary. Freaking no! 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 This is not what I wanted, please. Please. Dude, what the heck? I just killed him. I destroyed the IRS in my own way. You prevented universal taxation. Oh my god. God, I killed you! Taking down the God Onion finally gives us the title and deed of the greenhouse. With this, we have committed the crime of destroying every single document in the game.
Post-game stuff!
We enter a post-game cave where we meet an all-seeing cat who tells us all the things that we have missed. With this, we steal all the hats in the game. And steal all the hearts in the game, as well as the last one being dropped by the all-seeing cat from collecting all the things in the game. Now for the post-trans-dimensional train. This is called the Limitless Line and acts as a gauntlet boss rush, with each train car acting as a wave. After each boss battle, we are awarded with a selection of upgrades that will help us go even further into the Limitless Line. There are 3 crimes that are related to this train. The first thing is to get through the whole gauntlet and defeat every boss. Once we have done that, we must cross swords with the conductor, possibly the hardest boss in the game. Is testing you. Freaking crap. Woof. Woof. Okay, good. Okay. No! We're doing good. Okay! Oh, okay, I don't like this. Dodge! We're doing fine. Hit. Oh, missed. Come on. More damage. Oh, crap. Or is he gonna do the flying? Yep, he's flying. I think I got this. I think I can beat him. Beautiful music, though. Oh, yeah, we won. Let's go! We beat the conductor, baby! The next crime we must commit is being weak. We must faint and lose all of our hearts in the Limitless Line. The last and final crime is possibly the most fatal and hardest thing any Turnip Boy could ever do. We must face off against an evil, darker, and more demonic version of ourselves. Now, this is just headcanon because the enemy is of unknown origin and has no name, but it is what it is, and this is what I believe it to be. This enemy can appear at random in any room that is not a boss room. It is purely RNG based, and you know, with my luck, it did not take long for it to make an appearance. We'll instantly start a conversation with you once entering the room, uttering only one word from its mouth. Die. The music is distorted and the sounds coming from the entity is horrifying. With a few swings of our shovel, we dispose of the monstrosity, owning our final crime. With all of these triumphant misdeeds done, is there anything else that we haven't committed yet? Why, yes. Yes, there is. Turnip Boy commits tax evasion. Turnip Boy robs a bank. Turnip Boy slaps a VTuber. Turnip Boy tongues your mother. There is nothing that Turnip Boy will not do. We are back in the shoes of Turnip Boy on his biggest heist yet. As we start the game, we get a call from Dilatini. Oh, hey, I know that guy. We rescued him in the last game. He tells us that he has a job for us, robbing the biggest bank in the world. We go through a series of tutorials teaching us the new mechanics of the game. And if you haven't really noticed, the playstyle changed from a Zelda-like to more of a roguelike. We learn how to shake people down, shoot a gun, and, trip on our face. And after learning all we need to know, we get in our truck, smash through the walls into the bank, committing our first crime, breaking and entering. We are then introduced by the new big bad boss boy, who is now inconvenienced with purely only our presence. The owner of this fine establishment is Stinky. Get it? Because he's garlic. This silly Sally is a little threatened by us by trespassing onto his premises, so he calls the police like the poopy duper he is. In this game, we have a time limit to gain in as much money and complete as many quests as we can. Now to escape, we have to make our way back to our truck, and in classic roguelike fashion, we use the money to upgrade our baby boy to go even further into the bank to steal even more money. Rinse and repeat, bada bing, bada boom. We meet our first friend, a starfruit who is simping incredibly hard on our favorite Slay Queen 32. Slay Queen commissioned this simp to paint something for her and needs to get paid. And of course, the streamer doesn't pay, so we gotta do what we gotta do. Classic shakedown. Another character tells us that we need a pickaxe to progress further into the bank, so we are very limited at the moment at where we can go. We also learned that the elevators in the bank are very special, and that every elevator takes you to a pre-generated area that could be different every time. And in one of these elevators, we meet an old lime who wants to divorce her husband and gives us her divorce papers to serve to him. Gosh, this game has some very heavy moments, but delivers them in a very comedic, light way. And once time runs out, the police arrives and swarms your ass. A 5-star wanted level system pops up, and as time goes on, the stars will increase, meaning that bad things will happen once it reaches 5. We don't stick around long enough to find out, so we throw ourselves back into the truck and make a hasty escape. We steal $1,000, rewarding us with another crime. Now the friends in our home base, they all have different roles they play to help us in our journey. The twins work in weaponry, and if we pull the guns off the dead, lifeless, cold bodies of our enemies and give them to the twins, they will use those weapons to research bigger and better and sick, nastier weapons for us. Robo Raphael sells performance enhancers to help us hold more money, do more damage, have more health, and, everything else in between. Annie Avocado wants us to take photos of things within the bank so she can figure out what's going on and why Stinky's doing what Stinky be doing. Conspiracy theory type shit. Now the dark web is the last thing to interact within the base. There we can buy a plethora of things from a seller called Jeffrey. Seems a little familiar. Looks legit though, which helps us open up more areas within the bank and collect more money. After researching one weapon, we commit another crime for science. And for just looking at a weapon, we commit another crime. We know what you're gonna do with that, Turnip Boy. We buy a bigger wallet and some robo rewards from Raphael and head into the bank. With our new pickaxe and laser pointer from the dark web, we smash some statues for some pricey artifacts and open up some safes to fill our empty wallets. We find a Kiwi that was supposed to give an illegal item to his friend, the rare, elusive, and heinous Garfield coffee mug. And we also find this weird looking beat. And we also run into our old friend Graffiti Guy again and take a picture. He's so inspirational. Then we meet up with a dragon fruit that sends us on a quest to find the most illegal substance known to vegetables, wood. All these veggies getting addicted to my hard wood. And then we meet up with a set of peas that wants us to increase the vibe in the foyer by vandalizing all the pictures in the area. Now, I know that we are not the smartest turnip in the field because we forgot that we have to use this crayon to vandalize. I won't tell you how long that took me to figure out. So we move on to the first boss. Just a little FYI for you beautiful, sexy friends out there. There are a lot of quests in this game. So if I don't go over a few, deal with it, okay? Okay. Now our first boss is a deep fried Our first boss is a deep fried potato who wants you dead. His name's Yeehaw, and he's out for Corville. After Yeehaw yeet his last haw, we commit another crime for defeating him. For straight up unaliving somebody. We get a new card key and enter into a new area. We meet up with our old pal Old Man Lemon, and he is very upset that we are heisting it up with the Pickle Gang because they used to be arch rivals. And we also run into the Real Estate Blueberry, and they want us to become a loan shark for them and deliver some papers. Oh look, it's Old Man Lime, and we have to serve him his divorce papers. This hurts my heart. We are then reunited with the florist and the strawberry, and they want us to steal the biggest gem for them so they can show Strawberry how much they love them and get married. That's kind of cute in a committed crime kind of way. And then we meet up with Crangelica, who blames us for her Cran's death. You remember Cran? With all the fruit cats? The person that gave us a waifu? And then we destroyed it right in front of her? You monster. Well, she wants us to go to the other side, whatever that means, and I have no idea how to do that, but wants us to go there and deliver her a manhwa. We also find out what happens when you reach 5 stars. You know what? I'm sick of your garbage. I think I hit 5. Scrat. I'm just going to the gas. I'm just going to gas the bank. Oh, well, I'm done. I'm gone. Oh, crap. This is bad. We gotta go. We can't lose this. Crap. Go. Just run by everybody. Run. Crap. No, this is not good. No, not like this. Please, no! Okay, at least we know what happens now. Oh, at least we know what happens. That sucks. God. We enter an elevator which leads us to the Shroominati, and to gain entrance, we must befriend a recruiter, and then we approach an acorn for his loan payment, and he obviously doesn't have any money, so he scalps himself and gives us a jar of his tears for payment. What the f*** is going on? Well, in another elevator, a sad pie who stands alone and asks us to get them some pet rocks for motivational purposes. Why is everyone so lonely? We finally understand the purpose of the red crayon and finish Peace Quest and get a hat for our troubles. And we finally find the recruiter to the Shroomminati, and they tell us that we have the glow, aka the radioactive radiation from the last game that in turn made Liz into a goddamn mutant, and we become a level 1 Shroomminati. God, there's a tier system in this cult? And our whole purpose of being a part of the Shroomminati is to be their hitman and take out a certain number of enemies for each of the members. And also on the dark web, someone bought Slay Queen 32's bathwater. After finally getting a good, successful run, we steal $10,000 and get away scot-free. How do they keep letting us come in and take their money? Like, you think they would take more measures to stop Turnip Boy from, like robbing the bank? Man, he's just a menace. And now we walk into a new elevator and meet a new friend called DJ Sizzle. He gives us a scythe, and with every kill with it, it drops the enemy souls that we can give to DJ Sizzle for weapons? Turnip Boy, who have you become? And we finally find our love, Slay Queen, and we report to her that she does owe someone money for a project she commissioned. And she does what every other streamer does and just gives them exposure. What is wrong with our world? And then we finally find the watermelon and give him the Garfield mug, and he gives us a hard hat to do illegal things in, such as breaking into a vault, which gives us a gem worth $2,000! We finally go back to Starfood and give the bad news that Slay Queen is paying her in exposure, and all we get in return is a hat. And in a new elevator, we find Ravioli. They want us to get something from a certain character for taking their food certificate. Turnip Boy does what Turnip Boy needs to do. Again. And it took a while, but we finally meet up with Old Lady Lime and return the divorce papers. And after harvesting so many souls for DJ Sizzle, he awards us with many sick nasty tunes and a pet rock for our sad pie friend. Now, to finally progress even further in the bank, for some ungodly reason, we have to buy a cardboard box for $8,000. Has cardboard become so rare that 1, it has to be sold on the dark web, and 2, that it costs more than a down payment on a house? We get to the carrot that's been gatekeeping the deeper access into the bank to examine our most prestigious, expensive cardboard box. Fucking thing better be made out of diamonds. And after satisfying their expectations, we immediately encounter a cryptid hunting gummy bear who wants us to get them a way to take actual footage of their discoveries. If only we had some dark, sketchy trade supply to help us find something suitable for them. And without thinking too much of it, we foolishly run into the next room to confront our next boss of the game. Oh, we're taking out Candy Apple here. Rotten Junkie Candy Apple. What's up? Oh my god. What's happening? Oh my god. I don't think I have the right gun for this. There we go. Please. Please. It's actually doing a lot of damage. No way. 1 round? Oh, I thought I was gonna 1 round that crap. That would've been sick. We win. That's how we play this. Let's go. Another achievement unlocked. Sour Apple, you're done. Now this boss was a pushover and it was a very quick win. And so we get our next card key to access even further into the bank. We run into yet another new elevator door that led to something I never expected. We find out that Cran became the leader of the underworld. And who would have thought that otakus would eventually have the power to control hell itself? But the special thing about her elevator room is that if you walk into the back room with the summoning circle, we are pulled into a wave-like gauntlet against hordes of enemies. And if you survive this, you are awarded with a prize and 2 unique hellish weapons. We run back to Crangelica and tell her that Cran is doing much better than what she was doing in the land of the living. She rewards us with the interpretation of Turnip Boy as an anime character. Sick. Entering the new blue area, we are welcomed by threats and promises by Stinky. And it looks like this guy has nothing else better to do than insult us and bitch and moan about us stealing his money. But this area requires a certain item from the dark web so we can see where we are going. And after returning to the base so we can buy some kind of light source, we are rewarded with stealing $100,000. So we buy all the things from the disposable camera for the cryptic gummies, and a lantern to see, and some BootDook Goop boots, pending, for fashion, of course. And speaking of fashion, we are bestowed the most glamorous and ridiculous hat of all time. We finally become Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. We enter a new elevator that leads us to a bathhouse, and we meet our old friend the conductor, who asks us to get him a good old soda pop. We of course say yes, since games nowadays incline us to never say no to any quest given. We deliver the disposable camera to the cryptid gummies, who gives us a beautiful picture of the rock candy cryptids, and head back to the new blue area with our newly purchased lantern. We find this King Gob, who tells us that they used to be vegetarians. He wants us to get a peace treaty so we can live in harmony with the Gobs and the veggies, but not everyone agrees with King Gob's ideals. We finally find that thieving, no good pierogi that stole from Ravioli and shake him down for all that he has. Now I'm being burgled in this dark, smelly place. Please, sir, no more. Spare a poor soul. No, you're dying. Please. This day is almost as bad as when the orphanage kicked me out for being too tasty. Oh my god. Oh, good golly. Seems like no matter where I go, this squirrel continues to beat me down. Can you just... Please, this is all I have left. My birth certificate. My parents left me this before they died in a grease fire. What the heck? They said it would help me get a new ID if I ever lost it. Now I'm neither. Leave me. This poor orphan needs to be... Oh my god!
Congratulations.
What the heck? Next, we find Stinky's son, Stonkle, who proceeds to tell us that he has been neglected by his father and wants nothing more than to make him proud, so he drew him a picture that we must give him, or at least drop it on his desk. Oh. And then we find a suspicious blueberry with shady sunglasses that finally gives us the highly illegal substance, wood. And then we find a wall of merged vegetable folk who require our help to separate them because they fuse together because they spent so much time living in radioactive waste. Okay, guys, just a lot has just happened in these few moments, and it kind of just makes me sad in this hilariously ridiculous world of crime committing vegetables. I mean, I just never really expected such a cute game to just be laced with so many heavy topics and feelings and just struggles of what people are actually going through in our world today. We deliver our illegal piece of wood to fuel the dragon fruit's addiction, and they are so appreciative that they give us their prized possession that they sleep with every night. A pet rock with huge abs.
Oh my.
We run back to the weird blue kiwi and give them the peace treaty to give back to King Gob, who in turn knights us and gives us the title Sir, which forever changes our nameplate when talking to people. Nice touch. We then meet a new goblin named Greg, who we find out created the Greg's List, but he wants us to get him something off the dark web and tells us we will know what it is when we see it, which kind of has me a little worried on what we're going to buy for this guy. Oh, I understand. It makes sense. We make our way back to Greg to give him what he desires so, and tells us him and all his fellow gobs used to be cosplayers, and when the bombs drop, their fake pointy ears fuse to them, creating who they are today. I mean, that tracks. We buy the food separator and we separate these fools like my people separating themselves from the subscribe button. Which reminds me, if you like watching my videos, don't forget to subscribe, and if you think my videos are poopy doopy dumb, tell your enemies and tell your friends to subscribe. We mosey our way through to find our next boss. Chad makes an appearance in his newly developed body, Mecha Chad. He tries to distract us with New Age brain rot, but little did he knew my brain rotted long ago due to asbestos from the ceilings of my middle school classroom. With his defeat, we are rewarded with a red card key, gaining access to the new area. We run into an elderberry who tells us that she can't speak to ghosts. We also meet this guy. After our very lucrative run, we buy everything Robo Raphael has to offer, for us being all natural. We come across a pumpkin who tells us we need to bring him a bridge to cross into the next area, but they will only accept a bony bridge. There is only one place to find such a bridge. We head back to the base, max out our weapon research, and buy a disturbing acquired bridge from the dark web. Make our way back to the pumpkin, walk on the corpses of someone's fallen enemies or friends, and continue our crime spree. We run into a pomegranate who's been edging for days and desperately needs to find the sweet release of love, and we think that Cran Cran is the perfect single lady for him. We become the best wingman and tell Cran Cran how handsome he is and his instant love, baby. And speaking of deceased family members, we find Turnip's sister and lead her back to the elderberry, and she tells us that our sister is proud of us. Now, if only we can get my mom to say the same thing. For hooking two very elderly fruits up, we get a ring to give back to the blueberry to propose to their true love, strawberry. If a few fruits can find love, there might be hope for this lonely achievement hunter yet. We enter the next room, who contains the next boss, Uncle Rixby. For killing yet another human, we are rewarded with the final car key and a huge ass sword. We get back to the dark web and we buy a crowbar and a tangerine dog for some reason. For some reason I thought these went extinct after the last game. We take a look outside. Oh my god, it's beautiful. We make our way into the underground, finding lots of rats and new friends who drops a soda for us to have. Hey, I see you eyeballing me. I thought I told you to get lost. Oh, are you looking at my soda pop? Yes, I am. Alright, okay. You actually think you can take my carbonated beverage? Dude, I'd like to see you try. This guy really thinks he can waltz in here and take my drink? It's funny things I've heard all day. Okay, try me. Let's see what you got. Go on, take it. We could be here for thousands of years and I bet you still be stumbling over yourself trying to take it from me. After all, how could...
Congratulations.
It's literally just soda. Oh crap, I dropped it. Fine, that's a freebie. And we also find our way into the back rooms and immediately get killed by what looked like Jeffrey. Oh god, oh Tanner, it's the back rooms! It's the back rooms! Tanner, it's the back rooms! Run, 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 run! Tanner, I just died. I died in the back rooms. We make our way back into the back rooms to see what we could find, and it turns out this area was the hub of our friends selling stuff to us on the dark web. At the end of the underground and crawling through its poopy depths, we find the motherlode. Here, we find a gold ring to give to Strawberry to get married and finally deliver Stonkel's letter to his father, who in turn does not care and pretty much completely forgot that he even had an offspring. We also get a giant diamond that is worth $1 million. Neato. We finally confront Stinky, but he distracts us with his memorabilia of our father and gets away. And then we find out that Stinky hired an assassin to take out our father to amass an incredible amount of riches. And in revenge fashion, Dillatini thinks we should just take the whole bank itself. But before that, we feel a presence of love surrounding us as we exit the sewers and make our way back to see the love blossom between Strawberry and the florist, getting our final adorable photo. And getting back to the base with our newly found fortune, we finally stole $1 million. We head back into the bank to finish our tasks and run into a new elevator. We run into a dog who wants us to defeat a secret boss called Super Fox. Defeat the Super Fox. This button? This button? That looks like a Super Fox. Oh, that super animal is Super Fox. He looks familiar. Where is he? Ouch. Oh, he's up there. Oh, we're in the middle of a... What is happening? Oh, what is that? Is he shooting eggs at me? That's pretty cool. Oh, I killed him. Was that supposed to happen? Was that a secret boss? Did I just defeat a secret boss? Return to Dr. Dogma. Great, that was easy. And returning to Stonkel, we are thanked for being such a good friend and given the last pet rock we need for our sad pie. And delivering that final rock makes the sad boy into the not so sad pie, who new friends would make people happy, even if they are fake. With one delivery left for the conductor, we find our way back to the sauna, giving the soda to the conductor, netting our completionist goal. Now with all things wrapped up, we speak to Dillatini, who wants us to buy jet boosters off the dark web, making us the top tier buyer on the dark web, buying everything it has to offer. Dillatini wants us to send the bank to the moon! This has us doing a boss rush to clear every corner room so we can place down these rockets. time to activate the control panel in the middle of the bank, and we are in freaking space now, baby! But we are introduced to a new enemy. Aliens! Okay, seriously, what the f is actually going on in this game?
These are extraterrestrials. There's evidence that Turnip Boy's fabled fight with God Onion got the attention of some whatever these guys are. Oh, at this point, I'm not surprised.
Okay, thank you for the explanation. And after becoming a space cowboy and stealing the bank into space, now we have to shut it all down. After fighting our way to each of the rockets, shutting them down, and making our way back to the control panel, something unexpected happened.
Vegetable, it's no matter. The giant death laser is ready. Hey, kid. Hey. I've been aimless for a long time, Turnip Boy. I'm getting old, and after being imprisoned in the jar and going through war, I found myself without purpose. This job was meant to be my final hoorah, and well, it definitely hasn't gone exactly to plan. It was a pleasure working with you, kid. You're the son I never had. The son I wish I had. I could never replace your real dad. I know that. But I know he didn't get a chance to give you a proper name. I now name you Don Turnipchino II. Goodbye, kiddo. Oh my god, this game.
After defeating onions, garlic, radioactive animals, and humans, God, extraterrestrials, and any document left unattended, these games were so much fun to play, listen, and experience as a whole. They are both relatively short games, but also have so much packed into it with so many pop culture references that only the most basement-dwelling otakus will get. Now, the comedy alone in this game is a big 10 out of 10, baby. I always find myself laughing and giggling at the dialogue of this game and how completely insane and unhinged the story is. And the music of this game is a solid 9 out of 10. I mean, I wouldn't be blasting this music on my Spotify playlist as I hit the gym, but almost every soundtrack was so hype and sick that I loved listening to it as I played these games. Getting every achievement in this game was not that hard at all. I would say almost linear, except for the side quests, and you can get most achievements in both games by finishing the story. And I could honestly see myself in a couple of years coming back to these games and just running through it again just to laugh and remind myself how much Turnip Boy is a menace. Honestly, Snoozy Kazoo, please make another Turnip Boy game. Their creativity mixed with absurdity makes these games worth playing, and I highly recommend both of these games to anyone who wants a quick and fantastic experience. Thank you so much for watching. I love doing these videos, and be sure to subscribe if you like the video as well, and stay tuned for all the things that I have planned in the future. And if you're falling asleep watching this video, sweet dreams, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!